Your Toyota BC dealers presents BC Outdoor Sport Fishing. With your host, Mike Mitchell. BC Outdoor Sport Fishing is brought to you by Rapala, Kingfisher, Yamaha, and the Pacific Salmon Foundation.
Welcome everybody to BC Outdoor Sport Fishing. I'm your host, Mike Mitchell. Today we're fishing with Brian Chan from the Freshwater Fisheries Society. Brian, let's talk about what we're going to do and where we are, because we have a special treat in store today, aren't we?
Yeah, well today we're fishing on Nod Lake, which is the research lake that the Freshwater Fisheries Society BC works on. It's on Highland Valley Copper property, so we have a working agreement with the mine and with the province, and we test a lot of our different strains of fish in the lake for catchability, fighting strength, and things like that to help us develop strains of fish that are stocked in the 1,000 lakes in the province that we stock each year.
Cool. And we got some people fishing around us that are all part of the group. We got some.
Yeah, we're doing some fall sampling right now, and so we've combined it with that.
Great. I think the fishing is going to be fantastic.
Well, I think you're in for a treat.
Tons of fish moving around, so we can sit here and just talk all day at the camera, or we can actually fish.
No, I'm watching my indicator.
Yeah, I know you are. I wasn't watching mine because I was paying attention. So, all right. Well, I'll start watching my indicator and we'll catch some fish.
All right. Sounds good.
What was that, second cast?
Yeah.
I thought you instructed me to cast this way though.
I gave you the whole 180-degree side of the boat.
Well, you said we're fishing this way, Mike, so I fished that way. The minute I turn my back, you're fishing out the back again. Sneaky. What'd you get this one on, Brian?
The old ruby-eyed leech.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you can see you're saying that the vegetation's kind of coming up underneath here.
Yeah, we got a fair bit of growth this year, and the water's crystal clear. It's been a long, hot growing summer. Yeah. That's a nice fish.
Beautiful fish. And of course, as we were loading the boat here, you hook a absolute beauty right off the dock.
So here we've got a beautiful, looks like about a 2-year-old Penasque rainbow.
Okay.
So yeah, so we've got 4 different strains of fish in this lake right now, Mike. And Penasque are in here, Black Waters.
Yep.
Fraser Valley strain, and the Carp Lake, a new strain. But there's a beautiful Penasque, minimal spotting on them. All the fish in the lake are clipped. Oop, There he goes. So we can tell ages.
Yep.
What year they're stocked.
Yeah.
And they're all sterile in the lake.
Okay.
Yeah, so get a lot of data off that.
Cool.
Age
and so
growth.
So you're saying that the 4th strain now is Carp Lake strain? That's a new strain?
Yeah, it's a new strain out of Carp Lake out of Prince George.
Okay.
It's a wild strain of rainbows that coexists with several different non-game fish species, so they're good competitors for survival, and they love to eat insects as well. So we're testing them on Nod before we release them into the hatchery system.
Oh, cool.
All right, go catch one. You got there one.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Brian. This indicator went down twice when I was fiddling around with my bag
And
here.
still got
I
him.
didn't want to say anything to you.
Yeah. These are like cool, aren't they?
Look at him going out there. Oh!
Start whining, Mike. He's coming to the boat.
You can see the wake. He is totally.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh, look at the fin. Look at that.
Oh, that's a tank. That's a slab, Mike. That one's bigger than mine.
Well, he's gonna pull a boat. Beautiful. Oh,
Aren't they
what a
pretty?
healthy gorge. Look at that.
That's a beautiful blackwater rainbow. See how heavily spotted it is? Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Oh, that's a slug.
Good fish. Great fish. Great fish.
This is a beautiful rainbow. You can't get them much nicer.
Look at that.
So we're just going to do a nose fork. 59.5 centimeters. So there's the
gorgeous
adipose clip.
fish.
So we'll just let him go. That's another blackwater, I believe. Oh, he's happy.
Nice. That's awesome.
They're like sharks on the surface, aren't they?
Oh, they're everywhere right now. You can just see them, like you said. They're coming up, and like I've had one experience of bone fishing down in Mexico, and that's what you're looking for. That little nervous water. The water moves a little bit, but that fish coming out across here, being it took off once I got him on the reel, and he was throwing a wake. It was great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Well, let's find out about that fish. Let's find out some info on him.
I'll grab my stuff. This is a sheet that shows all the everything that we've stocked in this lake since 2001.
Wow.
So this fish was stocked in June the 4th, 2007 with an adipose clip.
Yeah.
It's a blackwater, AF3N.
Yeah.
So it's 6 years old. That fish is 6 years
And
old.
so this is, what's that for?
That was the total weight of fish that went in.
Okay.
But they were yearlings.
Yeah.
Yearlings, so they were about that long.
Wow.
So that fish
That's
is
quite healthy.
6.5 years old.
Yeah.
And it's sterile, so that sterile fish live longer.
Yep.
And when we have them in such productive water, they grow big.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, you can
Getting
sit
them
there
all.
and look at your paper. I'm going to try and fish again. Hello, folks. We got Mike O'Hara here from the mine. Mike, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit what you do for the company up here.
Okay, I work in the environment department, and I look after the fishing end of the environment projects.
Okay. And then, of course, right behind us is Nod Lake, which is an important research facility for the Freshwater Fisheries Society. But you guys have a couple other bodies of water on here that are utilized for charity stuff, I believe, right?
Yes, we do. Along with the partnership with the province and Freshwater Fisheries, we have several charity tournaments at the Trojan Pond.
Yeah.
You know, we raise a lot of money for BC Children's Hospital on that one. And then we have a Learn to Fish event, which is for kids, right?
Yeah.
Up at Trojan. And then we have the Trojan Pond fly fishing tournament, which we raise around approximately $20,000 every year for the Kamloops Hospital, the Royal Inland Hospital.
Awesome. It's great work you guys do, and I appreciate everything you got, and I appreciate the
yeah.
fact that you guys brought us up here and allowed us to come up and showcase this some of the stuff that's going on here.
Yeah, Tech's been a good supporter of the whole fish program too. I've been working here for 29.5 years, and I just really impressed with the company, the way they've supported our end of it too, right? So.
Oh, that's great. But you know, we could sit here and stand and talk about it all day, or we could go in the water, and I'm kind of think we should go in the water. What do you think?
Let's go for
Let's
a
go
fish.
catch some fish. Yeah.
Drop your anchor. We'll be right back with more BC Outdoor Sport Fishing. Closed captioning is provided by Ace Line Hauler, the only prawn trap puller built West Coast tough.
So what do you got here?
I don't know, but it's cool. Woke me up.
So we're up at Nod Lake, which is on the Highland Valley Copper properties.
It's private fish. It's a private research lake.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And you guys have a great partnership with them up here, obviously, and this is where you do a lot of your research on the different strains and that, right? So,
Yeah, this is where we test. This is where we first tested our triploid stocks way back in the early 90s.
Yep.
And we're always testing new strains just to see how they're going to perform.
Yeah.
Look at survival rates,
Yeah.
hooking mortality after, at different water temperatures. Survival from being caught and released, things like that.
Yeah. And you're saying too that this is one of the lakes you actually had found this spot back in the late 80s, early 90s, flying over in a helicopter and said,
I
hey,
know one day and I saw this.
let's play God and put some fish in that lake.
Yeah, it was a fishless lake.
Yeah, neat, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're also saying too that when you first stocked this lake,
Yeah.
that you guys were getting fish upwards of 16, 17
Yeah.
pounds out of
Yeah.
here.
So it was a
Trout.
fish.
Those are trout,
It
right?
was a barren lake, no fish in it.
That's trout though, right?
Yeah, trout. And we
you
put
imagine?
triploid blackwaters in Penaz.
Yeah.
That's when we first tested triploid fish.
Yeah.
Was back in the early 90s here.
Yeah.
And the first stockings of fish,
Yeah.
6 and 7 years later, after stocking, we're pushing, we wouldn't, 16, 17 pounds.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. And they live for 8, 9 years. And
Yeah.
that's when we knew we had a product that could be used
Yeah.
for general stocking.
And we've caught some of those older fish on different episodes, like that That Roche Lake
Oh,
fish we
yeah.
caught was pushing 10
Oh, yeah.
pounds, and that was an older fish, right?
That
And
was an
that's-
older, that was a 6-year-old Panask.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty neat.
This is another Panask.
Yeah. There we go. Slide it right in.
It's beautiful. They're all nice. So this is a adipose. I better check the adipose right ventral. It's missing the ventral fin. So it's the adipose fin is missing, and then the. So remember that, Mike. Adipose right ventral. Let's see what. And I'm not sure what it is, but we'll check. There we go.
Beautiful fish.
I would say that's a. It's a Panask, all female triplet Panask, stocked in the spring of 2010. So that fish is 4 years old, and it's a Panask,
Yeah.
sterile Panask.
Beautiful.
Yep.
That's cool.
Learning with the pros. Brought to you by your Toyota BC dealers.
Our Learning with the Pros tip is all about the research that's being conducted on Nod Lake. With me today is Adrian Clark, who is the Vice President of the Science Division of the Freshwater Fish Society of BC. So Adrian, why is Nod Lake so important to the Operations and Research Division of the Society?
Nod Lake is important because it's a closed access fishery that Highland Valley Copper has given us use of. So it allows us to conduct research on our rainbow trout strains without having them impacted by the wranglers in a public setting.
So what strains do we have in the lake right now that we're testing?
So right now we have Blackwater strain, Panask strain, and Fraser Valley strain. And we've just introduced a new strain we're looking at, Carp Lake strain.
And so what are some of the things that research things you're trying to answer? What kind of questions are we trying to answer with your research here?
So typically we've looked at things like growth and survival, but with this study, it's ongoing on I think 3 lakes in the province now. We're looking at traits more important to anglers, so catchability, catch and release survival, and behavior of the fish in the lake and how they compare between each strain. They're quite different.
Yeah. And what's on tap for next year, for 2014?
So next year we're going to be putting acoustic tags in the fish in this lake, and we're going to monitor their behavior in 3 dimensions. We're going to monitor them in the presence of anglers, being captured by anglers, and when anglers aren't present on the lake.
So with those acoustic tags, we'll know where the fish are, at what depth and things like that?
We will know where they are at what depth and what happens after we release them, and just how they interact with angling.
I think that's going to be really interesting data and information for the fishermen that are out there.
No, I agree. It'll be fantastic.
Thanks very much, Adrian.
Thanks, Brian.
For more Learning with the Pro tips, visit our website, bcoutdoorsmagazine.com.
What'd you get that on, Brian?
The old reliable, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
They love leeches in the fall.
Is he in the weeds, maybe? There's lots of weeds underneath us, eh?
Yeah, he's heading for the weeds. Oh, he's in the weeds, Mike. Dirty. Oh, look at him. He's swimming out. Yeah. Do that, you're gonna get caught.
Well, we just got back on the water after a nice lunch provided us by Mike there. It was great. And now we're, first cast, you're back into another one.
Yep.
What you got here?
I don't know, but likes the weeds.
Yeah, no kidding. How's your season been so far, Brian?
It's 2013 was a tough year in lakes.
Yeah.
It was. I think if you talk to a lot of diehard anglers, you experience a lot of short hatches or
Yeah.
minimal hatches, and it wasn't the easiest season overall.
Oh, it's a gorgeous fish.
Yeah, it's a nice fish.
And then, of course, the other way is the saltwater season.
And what was the saltwater season like?
Unbelievable. It was, the sheer numbers of fish
That's what I heard.
were unbelievable. The sizes weren't huge, but there was still the odd. I'm not doing this very good here. Okay.
I'm just gonna. You know what? I've got a tagging gun here.
Yeah.
I was gonna demonstrate how we tag fish.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool.
So here, Mike, this is what we call a spaghetti tagging gun or a Floyd
cool.
tagging gun. and there's a 4-digit number on there.
Yeah.
So we use different colors and numbering for different years or different strains of fish. So we just what we want to do is put the tag in just below the dorsal fin, and so we just go like this, twist it, and then the tag's in. So there's a little T on the end of this tag, and it locks in between the dorsal fin rays. So there's the tag, and I've recorded the number. So it's an adipose right max clip, and this fish is ready to go. So we'll just hold them out like that. It's gone.
You can see the tag going away. Really neat.
There's more BC Outdoor Sport Fishing right after this break. Let's get back on the water with BC Outdoor Sport Fishing. And now, here are all the secrets of our tackle and gear.
Hello folks, we're going to talk to you a little bit about the gear that we've been using on today's episode. We started out with the 10-foot 5-weight fly rods. These are MHX rods, and our buddy at Custom Rod Building Supplies, Andy Snedden, put these together, and they're absolutely fantastic rods. pretty nice rods. Of course, paired it up with Islander fly reels. These happen to be the LX 3.2s, and you can go up to 3.4s. I think 2s we might even get into later if we're casting boobies out there.
Yep.
You never know.
You bet.
Spooled up on the Islanders here, we put on the Cortland Precision Dynatips. These are the weight forward 5 floating lines.
Yep.
We'll probably get into type 6
If we want.
sinks if we're going to do some
Fast
boobies.
stripping.
Yeah, fast strippings. So this line will punch well through the wind and get us where we need to go. And then of course, then we build our leader section down from there, right?
Yeah, so we've got a 9-foot climax leader that ends in 4X or 6 pound.
Yep.
And then we've attached number 10 or number 12 barrel swivel, and then 18 to 24 inches of Suffix 6-pound fluorocarbon.
Yep.
But we probably need to dig into your bag and find a spool 8-pound.
Well, that'd be great.
We might need it today.
Yeah.
And then we basically use 2 flies with floating lines and indicators. We've been using ruby-eyed leeches.
Yeah.
In 10-2X and 8-2X. And then when we did go to the type 6 full sinking lines, we were using a variety of different boobies,
Yeah.
different yellow, orange, chartreuse green, that type of stuff.
So I might even pull out a little surprise out of my fly box a little later.
The old fly box?
I'm not going to tell you what it is,
Okay.
but if I get something on it, I'll be quite happy. So we'll see. Basically this is the setup we're using. We can't forget the boat too, right? We got a great G3 boat lent to us by John down at River City Marine, and that boat is so comfortable to fish out of. It's tons of room for 3 of us in there, camera
It's
and
good.
2 anglers and all our gear we bring.
Yeah.
Lots of room, right? And then of course the 60 horse Yamaha. We don't really need the power on this lake, but we've been on a few lakes where it's kicked up, we need to get off, and it sure helps having that extra power on there, right?
Absolutely, Mike.
So anyway, we'll follow up here quickly with a list for you folks. So get your notebooks out, take down some notes, and we'll see you out on the water.
All tackle and gear is available at Steveston Marine and Hardware.
I'm over the moon because you'll see what I caught this fish on, Brian. You're gonna laugh.
You've been experimenting?
This one's on a green spratly.
You did it! I'm out of this boat.
Oh, that's great.
Or do you want to match the bobber?
I just wanted to catch one fish on it. I thought I'd put it out there. Oh, that's awesome. All I used to fish as a kid, red and green spratly. What do you think of that?
Get out of here.
That was the third take I had on it too, so I was getting all excited. I just wanted one fish on this fly.
Bradley.
Now available through Stillwater Solutions.
Glad it wasn't on my boat.
That's right.
Oh, there he comes.
Yeah. Brian, would you mind showing the viewers that fly? Oh, this is great.
All right, I'm gonna pick your fish up for you.
All right.
There he is. Look at that.
Gorgeous. Look at that.
Beautiful blackwater rainbow.
And have a look at that.
Yeah, the green spratly.
The green spratly.
All right, I'm gonna let him go.
Yeah, let him go.
Take one last look at him. Oh, he's gone.
Well,
What'd you think of that day?
that fish swam away. How big do you think that fish was?
Whoa, 4.25.
Yeah, where did we get that on?
You got it on a green spratly.
That green. Do you sell
You
those?
just wanted me to say.
Is that in your collection of green spratly? That's great. And we came into the spot, and this just proves it. These fish were searching for anything that moved, and they're just hitting. I mean, I lost one on a pumpkin head. I broke one off. I lost one on a red-eyed ruby leech, and then you got a couple on chronomids in here. So anything you threw in here was going to work. And I wanted to pull this out and finish the day off on something that I grew up fishing, a green spratly.
Yeah.
I know the traditional fly fishermen nowadays are going to laugh, but that was a pretty good fish. It was pretty good.
Well, we're on a special piece of water.
We are, that's for sure too. And it's been a great day.
Oh,
We've done everything. We've caught them on everything and fished every technique in here, pretty much, and had success. It's been a blast.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Thanks for bringing me out and letting me stare at indicators all day again. It's been a while. It's been good. We should also thank the mine here too.
Highland Valley Copper.
Yeah, without the support of having this fishery, you guys wouldn't have a great test
research lake.
fishery. Yeah, and
so it's pretty special to be able to get on it today.
Yeah, it's been great. And thank you folks for joining us on today's episode. Look forward to having you join us again soon. Stay tuned during our credits. We're going to answer some of your questions that were sent in via Facebook and Twitter.
Your Toyota BC dealers proudly present BC Outdoor Sport Fishing, made possible by Rapala, crafted from experience. Yamaha, what kind of Yamaha are you? Kingfisher, fish the good times. The Pacific Salmon Foundation, bringing them back stream by stream. Port Boathouse, our official servicing dealership, along with...
Okay, so we got a question here sent in via Facebook from Simon Stella, and his question is, why is fall the best time to fish boatmen?
Fall's the best time to fish boatmen, Simon, because they go on mating and swarming flights, meaning adults from one lake will fly to another lake to deposit eggs and distribute their population. So they're very active in the fall. Ideal times, flat, calm, sunny afternoons after a heavy frost. You'll see dimpling in the water, raindrops hitting the water. That's the boatman diving down to lay eggs for the next generation of juvenile water boatmen.
Cool. All right, folks, make sure you send in your questions. We'll be sure to answer them on a future episode.